Hello, today I found a STL model that I'd like to modify, and I'd like to show how you can easily do that in Solidworks. It has a automatic recognition feature. So let's get started. So I found a coin holder on Thingiverse, and I wanted to take this and make it a little smaller. So all they have is an STL file, so I'd like to create a file that I can modify out of this. So I want to kind of reverse engineer this. So let's use SolidWorks to do this. SolidWorks actually has a easy feature. I don't know if it's on the previous versions of SolidWorks, but this is the 2025 student version of SolidWorks, and it has this ability to auto recognize some features. So let's get started. All right, so here is Thingiverse. And this is the thing that I found. So it is a coin holder. And what I want to do is I just want to cut this and make it much smaller to fit in like my little glove compartment, or some sort of compartment that I could hold this. I don't want it super tall, so I want to kind of cut it in half the size. So let's download this. Okay, it's downloading now. All right, it's a zip file, so let me go unzip that. All right, so here's my file. Okay, so now we'll open my SolidWorks. All right, here's SolidWorks student version 2025. Let me go to File, Open. Okay, here's my folder. Let me double click on that guy. Go down to my files. Here's the STL file. And now I can choose options here. In options, I want to make sure this says solid body. Okay, it is STL solid body, and it's in millimeters. Okay, let's say okay. So now it's going to open that as a solid body, an imported body. So we'll see what it does. All right, so if we look over here, it is one imported body, and we can see all these polygons going on, and it's just one body, and nothing can be selected except for the entire body itself. So let's do something. Let's save this as a parasolid, which is just a generic 3D model. Save as. Do you want to delete this empty sketch and continue saving? Yes, I do. And now I want to tell it that I want to save it as an x_t, which is a parasolid. Okay. Choose that. Say we can choose options if we want, and this is okay right here. Say save. All right, let's save let's close this file. File, close. Save all, sure. Save. I already had a file that name, that's no problem. Okay, closed everything. So now I'm going to open up that parasolid. So File, Open. And I want that parasolid, and we want that guy. Say okay. And now SolidWorks will run diagnostics on the part. I don't want to run diagnostics. But I do want to proceed with feature recognition. Say yes. And now I want to go through here. I want to remove. I want to move drafts. So make sure that one's off. Okay, and I hit the green check. Let's give this a minute. All right, looks like the feature recognition is done. And here is my model. So let's go and look at what they did. So they got a boss extrude. And let me flip it over here. So yeah, we can see that now we have selectable surfaces, which is great. And we can fix some of these issues. So if you see all these lines right here, we can fix that easily by putting in a new surface inside of there. So we can go to basic modeling, we can do a sketch on this surface right here. We could do a circle. Let's see, perimeter circle. So it's going to pick like 3 points, 1 and 2, and then another one like right here. Okay. Then we can add a dimension to that smart dimension. We can make this just a little bit bigger. So it's 25.39. So we do 25.42 or something like that. Say exit that smart dimension. And then we can do a feature, feature. extrude that feature, and we can extrude this all the way through. So we're going to go all the way through all right there. So it's going through everything, and then we can actually, this is a it's creating a boss, so we actually don't want to do that. Here we can uncheck that merge. There's two ways to do this. So we can do that, so it creates a boss, and now we can go to direct editing, and we can remove that by doing combine, and we can do a subtraction. So we can click on our body, our main body, and then our bodies to combine or subtract is that guy right there, and say okay, and it gets rid of that. So now it's nice and clean. Okay. And now if we want to make this smaller, what we can do is I'll go to basic modeling, I'll do a sketch, and a sketch on this surface right here, and I want to create just a rectangle. Okay. And then I can do a smart dimension on that rectangle here to here, and I want to make that what, 35 or so, and I want to pull this down a little bit. That's okay to keep that there, that's fine. Sure, 130, I don't care. Enter and exit that smart dimension, but I can take this, should be able to exit that again. Take this sketch, and I want to drag it down a little bit. All right, so now I want to extrude this out. So go direct, I'm sorry, let's go to features, and let's do a extruded boss base, or we could try to do extrude cut, but I don't think it's going to work. So I'm going to try the extruded boss base. I'm going to go through all, flip it though. I'm going to flip this. I'm going to uncheck that merge. I don't want it to merge, but I actually want it to go a little bit further. So actually I can go blind, take it through everything. Direction 2. Not blind. They're blind. Actually, yeah, both of these are blind. So I can grab that and I can adjust it. Okay. So let's say go okay. Now we should be able to go to direct modeling and do a combine. So we're going to do a subtraction. So a main body is this guy. Bodies to subtract that guy. Okay. And I hit enter. After enter, it did what I wanted to do. Kind of looks strange when it does that. I'm not sure what exactly it's doing, but it was like stuck in a mode. Maybe I had to hit the green check up here on the right, but enter got me out of that. Or escape will get you out of it, and then cancel it. So, all right. So now let's move this down, and we will do a move face. So we're going to do move body. Not move base, sorry. Move this guy down. We're just going to grab him, and we're going to throw him down here and check that. Okay. And now we have two pieces. We can, if we want to move the original body, we could go in here, we can edit this, and we can uncheck that copy. Say okay. And it moves it down. So now if we want to check our size of this, what's the size of this? Is it acceptable? So let's go with basic modeling tools, measure. We're going to go from here all the way up here, and it is in my Z distance. So I'm going to go straight up and down and Z. What is the Z? It is this guy right here, 33 millimeters. So is 33 millimeters good enough? And if you want to change that, you can. So I could take this, down 0.42 more. So hit escape out of that. Let's go to this move body here, edit this, and we can change this number and do a plus 0.42. Now it throws it down just a little more. Say okay. We can check that distance, measure. This guy should be very close to the nice even number, 33. There we go, perfect. So that's how you do that. And now we will combine these two pieces together. So let's go to direct modeling, combine. Now we're actually going to add them together. So click on main body, click on that. Doesn't matter which one you choose. Choose okay, green check. Now they will become one. Okay. we see we got a little goofiness going down here, but that won't cause any issues. And if you don't like that, you can do the exact same thing we did with this original extrude. So now we can do a file save or save as, and let's save as coin holder small. All right, and then if we want to kick this out to your 3D printer, we can do that too. So we can do a file save as, and then we're going to go down and drop this down, and we're going to change this to a STL file right there. All right, so coin holder small STL, and you can choose a couple options if you want to make it, you know, a little coarse, fine, custom. I just keep it the same. It's okay. Then save that, and save yes. All bodies yes. Okay, so now that we have an STL file, we can open up our Cura. Now in Cura, we can go to file open, coin holder small, okay, and there we are. Now we can do a slice of that. 1 hour and 16 minutes, and then we can see a preview of that. We can see how it's going to slice. Right now it says it's totally hollow. We probably want to add some infill in here. Right here, so let's add like 30% infill, not 300%. 30, remove a couple zeros, there we go. 30, slice it again. Okay, and there we are. So increased to 2 hours now, but this should be pretty strong. All right, so there you are. So that's how you can take a STL model from Thingiverse and then bring it into SolidWorks, do a feature recognition, and then be able to modify and edit that file. Then save it as and create an STL file. Then you can 3D print it. So hopefully it's taught you something. Like and subscribe. Thanks.